girlies, welcome back. This is your first of the month episode, or the first podcast of the month episode, I should say. My brain gets confused because I'm like, it's the first of the month, but it's not always the first of the month. Anywho, you know who we are. This is Allie and Maddie. We are half caffeinated this morning. We've been cutting down on our caffeine collectively this week. I am
Mhm.
sipping on some decaf and regular. So we call it her a half calf. And you've been cutting your
Mhm.
caffeine down, which is needed.
Oh, I cut it down by 75%. Like literally, my client
She's
messaged
an
me and
icon.
she's my God. My client messaged me and she goes, "How much were you drinking?" Because she watches
Right.
my stories. And I go, "I plead the fifth."
Right. It was a lot. It was a lot, but we're better for it. We're feeling
Uh,
hyped. Now,
Water is up,
water is
way up.
up, caffeine is down, vibes are up, dehydration is down, everything.
Depression is down.
Depression is down.
Well,
Speaking
sometimes
of,
it's up, but you know.
well, this time of year, it's hard for like New England girlies, girlies that live in the north a little bit because it's
Mhm.
getting darker earlier, it's getting
Mhm.
colder. No, I don't
Mhm.
mind the cold so much, but the getting dark earlier is really, it's hard. It's hard. So, one thing we're going to talk about today is like we always do this at the beginning of the month, like our personal goals, health, business, life. And I have some tools as far as progressing in life when it's fucking dark out by 3:30 because like mental health 100% comes into that. You got to like take care of yourself. But before
Mhm.
we get into like the meat and potatoes of, I would
Mhm.
say this is a more health heavy episode. This week in pop,
Hmm.
you don't think it's going to be health heavy? I think when we're talking about our goals, we always go into
I guess
the
we do.
nitty gritty. We give the info. But I am so excited because Wicked for Good is coming out so soon. And I am like a kid, like the week of Christmas. I'm so excited. And you've never seen the musical, so you don't really know what's going to be going on in Act Two. How
Mhm.
sat are you though? How sat are you?
I mean, I went with my mom to see Act One, and
Yeah.
the cool thing was we went to a movie theater we had never been to, in this little town that I used to think was like the best little town ever. Oh, I thought I was gonna move there, and then I was like, this is the smallest area ever. I would literally jump off a roof if I lived here. So glad I didn't move there. That's Swickley for anyone that knows. It's cute, but like there's not much to it.
Right.
Anyway, they have a movie theater that is 100% donation. Basically, it provides, I think, like school for like arts and like all
Oh
kinds of
wow.
stuff. So it's a little more expensive, but it's really
Right.
nice. Like it's a really nice movie theater. I'm pretty sure you can get like, I don't think it's free popcorn, or I don't know. There's like certain things that are free, but it's really nice. So we went
Yeah.
there and it was like a whole experience because we'd never been there.
Yeah.
Um, and we were sad. We were like, we'll see how this goes because neither of us are really into musicals.
Okay.
But we were there, loved it. I was like, that was I need to rewatch it. Like
Yeah.
honestly, I'm thinking of doing. I need to look up because there are like two or three small mom pop
Yeah.
style
Yeah.
movie theaters around here in the city, and I want to do oh, I think I can still hear you. My One of my headphones died.
Oh, can you
Um,
hear me?
yeah.
Okay.
I want to do girls' night, the monthly girls' night for November at one of those. That
Yeah.
would be super fun.
Oh, that would be so fun. And
Mhm.
you know, some theaters are doing double features, which I would 100% do. I
Mhm.
don't think they're doing it at like my local theater. And
Mhm.
wherever I can like support local, I'm going to do. And it's just like kind of a fun vibe there. And it's like mine and James's like little thing. Like we go down to Smitty's, we like get a dinner
Yes.
there, we'll get a little drink, we watch our movie, like we just gab and not during the movie because we're not animals. Jesus. I hate people
Phone
talking in
is
the movies.
off.
Phone is off. We are quiet. I hate people that are talking too much. Like enjoy the movie, take mental notes and talk after. That's what the car ride home is for to blab, not to be in the movies blabbing. I
A
hate that.
100%. Also, I think about like all the times like in early dating, like high school, something
Right.
dumb, where you like go to the movies for a date and it's like when you like don't even know the person and you're like,
Right.
why am
So
I here?
awkward. Horrid. Horrid. But yeah, I don't think we're gonna like watch a double feature in the theater, but we're gonna watch it the night before. Cause like, first of all,
Wait, 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 double feature. What does that mean?
where they play the first part and then it'll be like a 20-minute break or a 15-minute break and they play the second part. So you're buying
Oh my
two
God.
tickets essentially, which I would totally be there for. Like
Could not
I
do.
right, because it's long. Have you ever seen those movie theaters on like TikTok or it's gyms rather? It's gyms that have like a movie room and there's like a bunch of
No,
treadmills and cardio equipment.
no.
Kind of iconic. I've also seen this theater like for kids and so it has like climbing stuff and things so like parents and kids can like they can take their kid to the movie but they also like can play around because like it's hard to sit for that long.
Oh no, that's amazing.
I don't know where they are, but I've seen them on TikTok. So, but I'm super excited. I know what happens, but I'm really excited to see the interpretation, um, and to see the how Cynthia Erivo and Ariana perform some of the songs and just like the whole like I'm so excited. I don't have a lot of words about it just because I am so excited, but I definitely would recommend watching it again just to refresh your mind, to get into the
Mm-hmm.
vibes.
Mm-hmm.
It's so exciting. Like if that's something like I feel like with November, December, like we're starting to get into months where it's a little bit busier. That's something where I'm like, this is self-care. I need to go to this movie. I need to feel my feels. I need to talk about it. Like for me, that is self-care.
Honestly, though, it's like I struggle so much. I could never do the double feature because I would go insane sitting
It
like
would be hard.
when we watched the Wicked one, I was like, I feel like I am ancient. Like it was just like too much sitting. Like I
Mm.
needed a break. I needed a lymph, break to walk around, get some blood flow. But what was I gonna say? Oh, speaking of movies, so I asked eBay Man if he ever saw it, didn't get a response, busy, whatever. I know.
Have
Men.
you seen it? Yes or no?
He definitely hasn't seen it, let's be honest.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was
I'm
like, you know
sure.
what? Yeah. I'm like, you know what? Let's go with the girlfriends. That would be more worthwhile.
Yeah.
But I was trying to I talked him into watching Twilight because Twilight, what?
He's never seen Twilight?
No, again, he's a dude. Like, why would he watch Twilight?
Excuse me, don't insult my husband.
He's older than us. Don't
This
forget.
doesn't matter. He's never watched, okay, like not to think about other girls, but he's never watched Twilight with a girl that he dated. Come on.
I guess not. So
That's bizarre because
I
Twilight
know.
is everything.
I know. We got through like not too much because just trying to watch a movie with a toddler, it
Well,
was
yeah.
just we've been watching Dogman over and over. I
Beauty.
love Dogman. But you were so right. Like watching a good movie, for me, it's
Mm.
watching an old movie that you grew up watching. Like when we were watching
Mhm.
Twilight, I was just like, like I
The
just felt
nostalgia.
the nostalgia. It was so good.
It
And then
feels safe. It feels familiar. You get the like the butterflies of like seeing Edward Cullen on screen with his Ray-Bans, and you're like, "Whoo, it's
when
Edward."
there's a part when they first see him, Bella first sees him. I've seen it replayed on TikTok so many times. I made Even Man replay it like 5 times because it's so fucking funny. It's whenever they're outside and they're walking into the cafeteria for the
Yes.
first time. So they're all like, and Edward's the last one to walk in. She's like, "Who's that?" And she goes, "Oh, that's Edward. He's just too good for everyone." And we'll have to do an overlay. He goes in. He goes in to sit on the table and puts 2 fingers and then see what I'm talking
Yes.
about?
It's like that's a bit weird. It's a bit
I
weird,
was
Ed.
laughing. I was laughing so hard. I was like, 'cause I never caught that until I saw a
See it on
TikTok too, and they're like,
It's like that. Yeah, I don't know. There are so many weird mannerisms in that movie that like we were so blinded by the good looks, and now we go back
oh
and
my
watch it and we're like, oh
God.
my God, that's so weird and cringy.
That's... But you know what? To be cringe is to be free.
I still get butterflies. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
duh. So I don't care. Oh my God. But I love
Wait,
Twilight.
last thing about, oh, go
Yes.
ahead.
Yes. No, just this time of year is Twilight coded.
It really is. I saw a funny Halloween thing, and it was a girl cosplaying as like Dracula,
Okay.
and then she was being interviewed, and she's a vampire, not Dracula. And then they're like, okay, well, really, is it Team Edward or Team Jacob? And then she was like, she goes Team Charlie. Bleh.
Such a DILF. Always thought he was so hot.
Uh, I didn't.
What? Well, I also like I don't know, something might be wrong with me. I
Yeah.
always thought like older men were so attractive.
No, I think older men are, says the person who's
But like
always dating an older man,
as like a
but
younger person,
mm,
I don't know, like something's wrong with me because like as like a 10-year-old I'd be like, "Oh my God, that dad is so hot." You know what I mean? Like
oh, I
not
definitely
nor
had thoughts like that.
right. Yeah, okay. So validate me. Thank you so much. But I always thought he was so hot in Carlisle. Whoo, girl. Everybody in that movie, I was like, I'm not well.
Did did you know that they actually had first interviewed who plays Bella?
Kristen Stewart?
Yeah, I think she was gonna, the love interest was going to be Carlisle as Edward way back
What?
when, but they realized it looked too old.
Right. Ooh, I gotta look that up.
Crazy.
Wow, that would be weird.
The lore.
I if there's one thing about me, I'm gonna watch a movie and then I'm going to research the fuck out of it. And then
Yes.
I'm like, as a young gal, I was always like, oh my God, like I just like want to be with this person. Like, why can't I just be with them? They're so hot and I just love them so much. And like I just would be so obsessed. Like, if that's not girlhood, I don't know what is.
So obsessed, we like have dreams about it.
And like you're sad. You're like, what the fuck? Like, why not me? It's like, girl, you're like 13. That's weird. Like, no, no. But I still, even in my mind, I'm like, I could be with Jonathan Bailey. No, I couldn't for many reasons, but I love him so much and I'm unwell about it.
I haven't had a good one like that in a while.
Oh, you
Oh,
will.
you know who, the most recent one I was doing that with was from Game of Thrones. Jon Snow. Oh, give me a rugged man.
I
Give
love
me
a
a
rugged
rugged
man.
man.
I love a rugged man. Oh, so,
I
we
love
were
a rugged
watching
man.
Dancing with the Stars. As you guys know, I'm like newly invested into Dancing with the Stars. And
Oh, glad you
yeah,
said that because I have a Love Is Blind update we'll talk about later. But go
yes.
on. Dancing with the Stars.
Val Chmerkovsky, something like that. Oh, forget about it. He's dancing with Alex Earl. He like has a little bit of like longer hair. He
Yes.
gives Jon Snow vibes. And I'm like,
Yes. Yes.
oh, honey, I'm sat. I am sat. That man is so hot. I'm going to objectify that man. I love him.
I love that.
I don't
What's
know
like,
him and I love him. You want me to show your
I
picture?
I'll look at him again, yeah.
Oh, do you know what he looks like?
Yeah.
You do? Let's give it for the camera.
Because I literally was just watching a few of Alex's like pics, like carousel, like looking
Oh,
at them.
yes. I like him with his long hair better. I'm not gonna lie. He just like the long hair is like really does something for me. And that's
Everything.
his wife, Jenna.
Uh,
He's just so hot. And the
Huge.
way he talks and dances, like a man that's into the arts, there's something about that.
You know what? I totally agree. And like I think it could be arts about like anything. Like
Right. A
like
passion.
yeah, or just like stuff that's like not like every day. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Like I remember like when I first started dating eBay man, like we were walking around Pittsburgh or something, and like there's so many beautiful like churches and old buildings in Pittsburgh, and he was like, "Oh, that church like, is just so beautiful. Like I love the blah 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 blah." I'm just going about different things, and I was just like enamored because like I don't know,
Yeah.
just when you have like a passion or interest in
Mm.
something, it just makes you more unique. And
Yes.
it's just interesting like to hear someone talk about something like they're enamored about.
Yep.
Like, yeah, definitely vibe with that.
Love that.
Real quick, let's say James is not in the picture. What is your age for like a older guy that you would date if we're talking older men?
See, I think I like the idea of like a celebrity older man because like the everyday older man is like, I don't know, like, and
Mm.
also I want to be old with my partner. Like, I don't want to be
Okay, we're
like
not talking partner. We're talking date for funsies.
for funsies, yeah, but like I don't want like somebody that like in all, okay, let's think of like an older man. Like there's this guy, I don't know his name, but I see him on TikTok. He's pretty much a silver fox. I don't know if I would want to like be sexy with him.
Does
Like
he have
to
a
look
young
at him, his
wife?
face
I feel
is
like I know who you're
nice.
talking
Yeah,
about.
he has a wife, she's younger, but like
Yeah.
it's just like I think with a silver fox, they're nice to look at, but I don't know if I'd want to be like sexy with them because I'm like, do you have
Mm.
like liver spots? Like you're older? Like I just don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're nice to
Mm,
look at. Like I think for me, ideally, I wouldn't want somebody more than like probably 5 years older than me. Like I like to keep it close knit.
mm.
Because I want to, my brain goes, you're like, oh, it's fun. I haven't like, I don't know what fun dating is. Like, I'm a taken woman for a while. So like my brain doesn't think like fun. Like I'm just like, well, we're gonna be old together. I don't want to still be looking like hot and young and you have like liver spots. You know what I mean?
Truth. I mean, like I had my fun dating era for like hot 2 seconds.
I mean, you
Um,
speed ran that thing.
I did, really did. But honestly, like the older ones that were like 35 and up, they were the most flaky. Like the one guy who was like, my head is full of water.
Oh,
That guy.
if
I
they
already
had
for
so many libations. I'm like, you're a nerd. You're a nerd. But you know what? There's also something. If they're older and they're single,
was the reason.
not all the time, of course, not all the
Mm.
time, but it is something to be wary of. Like if they've been
Oh
single
yeah.
for like, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, it's like, why? Like, have you not been actively trying to date? One thing, but like,
Mm,
what's up with you? I mean, and
mhm.
probably because it is the flakiness.
Yeah, that one did not work. Airport Man. Guess what his first name was? You're gonna laugh. I never revealed it, but maybe I can't say it now because then
You can say it. There's nothing happened. It was literally nothing. I mean, you can say it to
oh,
me, and if you
that's
want me to
true.
bleep it, I will,
No,
but
no, no. I just won't say the last name. Last name
yeah,
was iconic. But
tell
first
me
name,
offline.
first name Peter.
Oh, I mean, I thought it was gonna be something wild. I mean, like Peter's a pretty like basic name. Like it's the Peters, the Johns, the James, the Matthews. They're there. I thought it was gonna be something like really silly. No,
Absolutely.
what
Absolutely.
not? I don't know. I thought it was gonna be something like McQuaid or something.
That's like a last name, but
It could be
yeah,
a first
no.
name.
I mean, that's true. Yeah, married an older guy, didn't work. Now with an older guy again, hopefully it works. Two other people older, both didn't work. Though Peter, airport man, he was 45.
That's a
Yeah.
little. That's a bit much.
Oh, then there's my Costco boyfriend, who every time I go to Costco, he's always so nice to me, but now I never see him because Rob, it's the other Costco that I don't live by anymore.
Oh shit!
Um,
You lost out on a good one.
Lost out on a good 50. I was like, oh, is this getting a little too old?
Yeah, like that's too old. I'm sorry.
Yes.
It's just, and it has nothing to do with like age appropriateness because we're older women, like our frontal lobes are developed, we're mature. But it's
Mm.
really about like, can this be a sexy relationship?
Yeah, I don't know with
And I
that.
don't
Yeah.
think so. No.
No, I can't be the only hot person in this relationship. There needs
But
to
I
be
mean,
someone
even if
else.
their face is hot,
Yeah.
what's the body like? I don't know. And I don't think I want to explore that.
I could see you with metal tongs.
Like, oh, like Christ. Like, come on. Is it sexy? I don't know. Because, like, if you're 60 and your partner's 60, you're both hot and 60. But if you're 30 and your partner's 60, it's like, oh, Christ.
Oh God,
You know what I
30 and
mean? Like, something
60.
like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's insane.
Right. Yeah. So if there are any age gap girlies in the relationships, comment below. We want to hear. I want to hear because it's wild. I can't. I can't. And not every like celebrities are different. Like they can be hot at any age, but like we don't have celebrities walking around New
They age in a
Hampshire.
vortex, like
Yeah, yeah,
honestly.
the age. Yes, yes, it's in a vortex.
Because
Understood.
remember, you're not ugly, you're just poor.
That's true.
That's what me and my sister always say to each other. Like
It's
when,
true.
yeah. Well, and it's not necessarily poor because, like, I don't like to associate myself with poorness, but it's more of like you just don't have access to like the stuff that they have access to,
Mm-hmm.
like procedures and things that like literally had not even hit the markets yet. Which
Yeah.
honestly, let's be real, you don't want to be getting stuff, specific
You don't
stuff
want to be in the
done.
experimental one.
No, no. Oh, I just got this like hankering for tea. I need to make some tea. I'm a little
Okay,
cold.
grandma.
Hey,
I
well, I
got this
can't do
hankering for
coffee.
tea. Ooh,
Uh,
tea.
you drink tea too. You're like, I would Trader Joe's.
I
I'm getting the
do
newest
love
fall
tea,
tea.
but I don't have a hankering for it. I'm dead.
Okay.
Love is
Um,
blind. Give the
yes.
update. She's coughing.
Sorry. Recovering from my illness. Okay. So many things have occurred. So many things. If you've noticed, we have added a little new segu to our TikTok where we're doing some This Week in Pop short clips and keeping up with the times, keeping up with kids. And so much has come out about Love is Blind. I literally cannot keep up. Um, my big question for you all is I I personally don't think Love is Blind can really continue because I don't think it's actually like real anymore. Like people are going on to build a platform
Yes.
100% now, 1,000% now.
Is this the because you're watching Love is Blind France?
That one's already done. Yeah,
Oh, so
that's
that's
not
done. So
current.
this is what franchise are we talking about?
United States, the most current
Okay.
season, which is
Okay.
season 9, I think.
Okay.
So there have been multiple people, like Sparkle Megan, who she is a very successful. She's starting I think a healthcare startup business, a bunch of different things. Has been she got engaged to Jordan, and he has a son with his ex, and his son has type 1 diabetes, and it's come out that both Jordan and Sparkle Megan is the nickname she gave herself. I know. Um, basically went on to be launching their like products or their lines. And Jordan
Oh,
has a kid's book he wrote about kids having diabetes. Which is cute and great, love that. And then hers is like to launch her like her health something brand. So it's
okay.
just like, what are we doing? Like the allure, the wholesomeness, like it's gone. It is totally gone from Love is Blind. It's like not even worth to me like to be watching these people that like they clearly are just coming on to like start their whole life, which I don't think is a bad thing, right? But because if you're talking in terms of Love Island or Too
Yep.
Hot to Handle, we know that's going to be fucking crazy, raunchy, and this, and where they're probably going to be doing it to start their career. That's
Right.
fine. But this is like, what's the point if you're all like, I guess just for the drama. I guess just for, because they've been given good-ish drama. But it's just like, you know what I mean? Like I almost like I don't know if they can actually continue. Thoughts?
I think that it maybe there needs to be a new direction or something. Like the viewer, and I've been talking a lot about this on my TikTok, but the viewer is very smart. right? When we're watching reality TV, we can see what they're doing. We're thinking two steps ahead sometimes. Like it, it's obvious. The viewer is smart. So if we're sitting here watching and we see people's sole focus to come on the show is to really have their platform take off, it no longer becomes about the show and the
Hmm.
pods and the dating and like what
Hmm.
Love is Blind was. So they either need like a new direction or I don't know. I mean, I never really got into Love is Blind just because I had a hard time like with the pods. Like to me, that was like it felt really boring. I was just like, oh my God, I don't know, can we do something? Can we get like a face to face going or whatnot? But I think that is why some people really liked it because it was so different. But now it's becoming like other dating shows. Like it's following the people come on. Some people have, pure intentions, but most of these people are just trying to launch their platform and get something out of it.
Yeah.
Because like if you look at
Yeah.
like the Bachelor or Bachelorette franchise, like everybody's some sort of personality. If you look at like I never watched Too Hot to Handle, but like the people that came off of it were like Harry Jowsey and Francesca, I forget her name. And I'm
Yeah.
sure other
Yes.
people, but like
Yeah.
they got these huge platforms. You look at other dating shows, and a majority of these people got famous off of them. And that might be a byproduct of being on the show. But with Love is Blind, I feel like it is really like, oh, it's more calculated. Like I'm going on to launch this career. So if I have to create drama
Yeah.
or somehow make a name for myself, I'm going to do that, which, yeah, I don't know if that's sustainable. I don't know. Because it's a Netflix show, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I do not know. Also, sorry, there was some the one couple I talked about, Edmund and KB, like I don't think they should
Oh,
be
yeah.
together. There's a scene where he like just pokes her one too many times and she pulls out like calls him a little bitch, calls him X, Y, and Z. And I was just like, like
Oh,
I
no.
if you're calling your partner that, like you have lost all respect for your partner. Like never will I ever be moving in that direction with any like
Yeah.
partners because like that's like when you just don't like respect them as like a human being as a person.
Right.
And like when she called him that, I was like, oh, like on TV, I was like, oh, double,
Oh,
triple, quadruple bad. So they because I clocked it, but I didn't think about it until I saw it
yeah.
again. I was like, oh
Right.
yeah, that's bad. Um and then it was interesting. There was a couple and they were two Asians and he picked um a different girl. I can't remember her name, but she wasn't into him, his into his looks. And she basically slowly like pulled away, but like was what he like she was trying to break up with him and not tell him it was because of his looks, but it was yeah, it was a whole thing. So she pulled out after they had met in person. And she was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't. And then he took it more as like she's just overwhelmed, but like in reality, like she's not into his looks. Um, and so they always do like a bar night or something, and like everyone comes. So like the
Okay.
people said no to or whatever.
Okay.
And the girl he should have got engaged to, like she left the experiment after like didn't choose
Oh.
her. She was like, I'm done then. Like that was my closest connection I had with.
Oh, wow.
Right, right, because you don't have to leave the experiment engaged,
Right.
right?
Okay.
If you don't find your person, you don't pick the next best person, and
Right.
that's basically what he tried to do was pick the next best person.
Oh.
But I guess in all fairness, you could say, well, the stars didn't align with her because they were meant to be with her. You know what I mean? But in reality, you proposed to one girl, it didn't work out, so you're about to try to propose to another.
Oh,
And
no.
that's why she left. And then he was getting mad at her and he was like, "But you left." She goes, "Because you proposed to someone else." She's like, "You didn't have to leave with her. If you thought the
Right.
connection with me was so great, you didn't have to leave with her. You should have picked me. And I'm like, good on her for standing her ground. Good on her for not like I would never be second fiddle. No, 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 no. You make your
Yeah.
decision. Like if I'm not it, I'm not it. That's fine.
Right.
And so
Yeah.
he was like upset, but yeah, I'm like, good on her for standing her ground on that.
That is because, and that I think is like, that to me is like the true essence of the show. Like some people go into it really with the intention of trying to find somebody, which I appreciate. And some people go into it, it feels kind of like half into it, like there's intentions are kind of they have two different intentions. And so for her to actually be like confident and say like no, like I am worth this, because like you, not you, we talk about this, but like you know what it's sort of like to be in that compromised situation. It's like we're on reality TV, we don't have access to the public, this is a lot, this is intense, so you can see why people get into relationships, because there's also this expectation like you went on this like dating show, you should probably leave with someone, right?
Hmm.
So for her to actually be like, you know what, no, you didn't choose me, I'm not just gonna be this backup option, I love that
Hmm.
for her. I fucking love
Yeah.
that for her.
They would have made a great couple, but there was too much things going
Well,
on
they
and
obviously wouldn't have made a great couple because he sounds like he doesn't value her and was just like, oh, somebody better.
okay,
You know what I
touche.
mean? Because like,
You're right.
sure, I'm maybe before they had like these really good connections, but then it's like, well, you show your true colors because like you were more. So I'm confused. Also, did he see, let's say, the girl that ended up leaving the experiment and then the girl he tried to pick? Did he see both of the gals visually before picking one of them?
Well, you propose sight unseen. So,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but he knew so the girl he picked basically like asked him his ethnicity, which I guess technically you could do. He was very weary about giving it to her because he there was so much wrapped up in his ethnicity and then what that would mean in determination of attractiveness. So he had a
What?
lot of inner issues. Yeah, I
Oh,
want to
okay.
say he said, if I'm mistaken, something along the lines of like Asian men aren't good looking. And so
What?
he had a lot of inner stuff going on with
Okay.
himself, which I understand if you feel that way. I can like, you know what I mean, like I've grown up with the Mexicans are like really hairy. Like that's something I've always grown up hearing, you know. So it's like something like that people just say and then you start to adopt and associate it with like bad or ugly or
Mm.
something, you know. And I believe the other girl, I'm forgetting her name, but they both knew they were both Asian. And so I think they both had different things, internal struggles going on between the relationships. Where the other girl was white and her siblings, she referred to them as only dating Asians. And then the other girl, I cannot remember what she said about like her dating history, but I think there was something a little bit off with I can't remember if she had never dated an Asian guy or only dated Asian guys, I'm not sure. But there was like a lot going on with the topic of ethnicity, and I think like both parties were like struggling with their own internal battles with it.
Does that happen often or is
Not always, because I'm pretty sure that's something they I mean, shouldn't talk about, but I guess if you are, let's say, of color, African American, whatever, and that's something you might be concerned about, like their family
sure,
accepting you, you know?
sure.
So, um, yeah, so
I feel like
I
does
don't
that not defeat the whole purpose of like Love is Blind? Like
yeah,
at one point did
I
it
agree with
come
that.
at one point did it become like where people were asking more questions about like your physicality? Like for the first couple of seasons, was it different from how it is now?
Honestly, it just depends. I don't know why I stuttered. It just depends on how much you want to keep true to it because some of
Okay.
them are like, we did not talk about anything. there was this guy and he goes, if we went to a concert, would I be able to lift you on my shoulders?
Oh my God.
I know.
Yeah.
Terrible, terrible. And
Interest that
uh
I guess, yeah, I guess it is what you, because they don't tell you like you can't say this, but the whole point is to fall in love with somebody based on who they are. And of course, physical attraction is
yeah.
huge, but wow. Maybe I need to get into who knows.
And they definitely the beginning seasons were honestly lengthier in the pods. Now I feel like
Oh.
they've cut too much out of the pods. So it's like I think they're
Oh.
just still trying to find like a good balance. Because sometimes I'm like, what the how did this happen? Like it was so quick.
Oh.
So it honestly every season it's like a little too much, a little too little. Like it just I think it's a lot to go through. I mean, all the footage and whatnot.
Right.
But yeah, so the reunion's going to be great. There's so many more. I could do another episode. We could talk about this again next
Yeah.
episode. So we're not chit-chatting forever. Do you want to talk about your tarot card reading?
Yes. Okay. So I had never gotten a tarot card reading, and part of me was like, for I don't really know why, but I was like kind of nervous, and I think it just goes to like because my anxiety is like it's very intense. Like, not gonna lie, having a panic disorder is pretty disruptive, but I really work on not letting that define me because I am I have worked very hard on where like my growth. Like, I have actually like moved quite a bit in terms of having agoraphobia and what people normally deal with on a day to day. So I was like, I like this lady's vibe. She was like, I don't make predictions. I don't promise things. Like, I'm not going to tell you, whatever. Like, she felt really safe. So I did it, and she told me to take a picture of the cards. I don't really know what they mean, but I'll just try and like remember what I can. But basically, the first card that she like pulled was it looked like a child. And she was saying like, is there something like around children? I was like, well, she pulled that card and then pulled another card, and it was like a card of like change. And she was like, are there any kids in your life or whatever? And I was like, well, I'm a nanny, but like I've been contemplating like what that's gonna look like in the future. Um, and what might, happen there. And I don't want to say anything to her because I want her to like pull out what she can and see if it resonates with me versus like saying too much and her being like, oh, yeah, this is what I see. You know what I mean? Oh, I don't know if you can hear me. We're having technical difficulties. Are you there? Cut this out. You're muted. One man show over here. Okay, tarot cards. We had some technical difficulties. We are back. So I wasn't giving her a lot of information because I wanted to see what she was going to come up with on her own versus being like, I just got married. This is what I'm hoping, blah, 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 blah. Right. Like,
Mhm.
so she pulled the first card and it was like, it looked like a child. Like it's in comparison to her other cards, like that character looks like a child. And then she pulled something that looked like the magician. So like change is happening and whatnot. And I'm not remembering all of this, but she was like, this card's a child, like, do you have children? Do you want children? Do you work with children? Like something. And I was like, and then she's like, well, the magician is like something about change and like all these things. And I was like, well, I am a nanny, but there is a pull to transition out of that at some point in time. And I just kind of left it as that. And then she kept pulling other cards, and one was like, um, Pentacles, which was like money is coming, wealth, trust, follow your gut. You second guess yourself, but you've just had she pulled another card and it was like you've just had some sort of change and you need to trust that. You need to go with that. And I'm like thinking internally and I'm like, I have just switched my niche in the women that I want to serve because as you guys know, I don't know if I've said it before, but I want to like our next journey, like with my husband and I, like we will be having children soon-ish. I don't know when, but we're going to be having children. And so my focus is really working with first-time moms because I have such a pull to help these women that are career oriented, that want to feel better in their clothes going back to work, that want to be have an identity outside of being a mom because I know how easy it is for some moms to feel like they don't have time to take care of themselves. So really focusing on this movement in my business is so important to me. And to just have some validation of like you second guess yourself, but don't have trust in yourself. The money is coming, wealth is coming. There is a purpose in this. She also said that, and I'll tell you this offline, but like something is lucrative and be aware of it and take
Ooh.
advantage of it. Um, she was talking about how there's a lot of work being like put into things and it's
Uh-huh.
not going to come together all at once, but it will come together and you just can't give up on it. And then she
Okay.
pulled ask your angels and in the near future card. And the ask your angels, she said, was you doubt yourself. So you need to work on that self doubt. And all of these things that like she pulled is coming soon. Like things are coming into fruition, like the changes that I am wanting, things that I'm putting into the business, and all of these sorts of things. And like, I'm not getting all of the things, but everything I was like, oh, I feel like something resonates. And it was really just cool because I was like, I'm kind of scared. And she's like, why? And I was like, well, I don't know. I've never done this, but like, I feel like in movies or portrayals, people like pull like scary things and like you really like, I'm somebody that like, I will allow it to like control my life. That's why like I don't
Mm,
really prescribe to religion because I think the way that like I grew up in like going to a Catholic school, like it to in my opinion is very guilt trippy and fear mongering. And I just
mhm,
don't prescribe to that. So I'm very weary of like taking in things like that because
mhm.
I'm a science-based girl. I want the science, I want the facts and the figures. But I was also like, none of this has to resonate or it might resonate. And it did. And it was all like really reaffirming a lot of the things that I've been doing, we've been doing for the podcast, things that are just going on in life. And I was like, wow, that was really kind of cool.
I need to get one because there is something really like reaffirming your, I don't want to say doubt, but your hunch, your
Right.
feeling about something. I love being reaffirmed. Reaffirm me all day. I
And you know
mean,
what she said that we always say?
what
We always
it is
say
what
the
it
people are
is.
coming, the money is
Mhm,
coming. She goes, the
mhm.
money is coming. I literally go, because you could say that in so many other ways. You know, you
Yeah,
could say that phrase
yeah,
any other way. Like, keep doing what you're doing. You'll make this money. Blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
But that phrase, I was like, noted. I don't know.
Noted.
It was really cool. And so whenever we're together next time, we should find somebody and do it because that is just, it was so fun.
100%.
I just got all of these like good feelings like about the future, about I'm going with my business, where we are as going with our podcast, how we're
Hmm.
making a difference
Hmm.
in women's lives, how we're making a difference in people who listen to this podcast lives, like bringing people happiness and just like a space to like laugh and feel seen. Like all of the things that we're doing, it feels just really good. In this season of life, it feels so fun. And I just was like, that was awesome. That was a really fun thing to do.
There is so much power, I think, in like following the joy of something. And that's like where more ideas, more this, like follow the bliss. Like Abraham Hicks always says, like, follow the joy and goes, To what end? It never ends. You never get it
Mm,
done. Like keep following the joy. I'm like, ah,
love
so
that.
true. Like think about it. Like when you like she says in the same, it's on my morning like meditation playlist I play. There's like 6 videos or so I was like play them on YouTube.
Yeah.
And she said like think about like when you go on vacation or you're like having an ice cream cone. Like it's kind of like you don't want it to end. Like that's the kind of joy you
Yes.
want to like follow.
Having your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Oh, I
follow the
love
joy.
that. Follow the joy. Oh, I love that. That's amazing. Yeah, so that was my tarot experience. And I feel like it kind of led me into, and this is where we'll close up today, our goals for this month.
Hmm.
It led me into a space of with what I'm doing in business, with what I'm doing, like with what we're doing for the podcast, what I'm doing
Hmm.
in my personal life, my biggest thing now is to trust my intuition, to trust my gut, to stop second guessing myself because I am very confident and I'm very affirmed in many things that I do. But if there is an ounce of something feels unsafe or uneasy, I can usually talk myself out of it, but it involves talking to other people like yourself. So something I want to work on is really trusting my gut and vocalizing that trust that I have for myself. And that is going to
Hmm.
coincide with the goals that I have, not so much my physical goals because I'm just working on continuing to come out of my diet, just build muscle. I want to like get my ass back. I like want to just feel strong. Like those are my aesthetic health goals, but as far as like other
Hmm.
goals that I have in my life, it is really just trusting and listening to myself
Hmm.
and knowing that I'm a very smart person. I know how to handle my shit. I
Yeah.
don't need to ask other people. We have this internal doubt in us, so we want
I
to.
know. I
But
know.
I think it's a good practice. And even to just say it, we do this to each other, even to just say it out loud, be like, I am
Yeah.
making this decision because I am intelligent and it's a smart decision and I feel good in this. Even just saying that, it allows somebody else to kind of hype you up. And I think it's a good
Yeah.
transition
Hmm.
to really trusting yourself. So that's something that I'm really keeping top of mind, but I'm not going to view it as like this is all or nothing and I'm not allowed to slip up and I'm not allowed to doubt myself because that just
Yeah.
calls in doubt.
100 million%. No, I think that's something we both like I know I need to work on
Oh, yeah.
because I do the same thing. I
As a
ask
group.
team effort. Have less doubt. Trust yourself more. I love that. But no, I definitely will message you about something and then like half an hour later, I'll be like act like you didn't see that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cuz I'm like, okay, why am I asking for literally like an opinion on everything? Like
Mm,
that is like I saw a good I think it was a Substack or I don't know what, either on I think it was Substack. It was like when you're 10 years old and you march to the beat of your own drum and don't want to take opinions from anyone else, me at 30 asking everyone for their advice. What do you think about this? What
yeah.
color shirt should I wear today? I was like,
Literally. And
no.
it shows up in the smallest places. Like it shows up like messaging your group chat. What is everybody wearing? Like wear what you want to wear.
Yes.
Right? Like it shows up. And for us, it is so valuable to even vocalize this to each other because it allows us to hold each other accountable and just feel seen. Like it
Mhm.
is, nobody is alone in the feelings that you're having. Like 9 times out of 10, there's going to be somebody close to you that is also experiencing those feelings. And it just reminds you that like you are human, but you
Mhm.
also don't have to continue to own this.
It's in the past. We were people that needed everyone's opinion. Now we trust our own intuition.
Yep. I'm healing my inner child who gets guilted very easily. So
Mhm.
I envision her and I'm like, she is healing. She is like, I see this radiant light around her. She is happy. She
Mm.
is moving through life easy. And like, that's who we are embodying. We are her and we are not going to continue that self doubt train. We are working on it we're slowly getting off of it. I'm not going to jump
Hmm.
out because I don't want to break my legs, but I'm slowly working my way up as the train slows down to get off. So that's my November focus. What is yours?
I like that. Okay, so like that's is that just the only thing you're covering right now?
I mean, my health goals are again coming out of my diet,
Oh, yeah,
building
yeah,
some
yeah.
muscle, just like wanting to look more toned, have like a bigger ass, like just get back into that place. Because when you diet, you not only lose body fat, but you lose a bit of muscle. So
Hmm.
the journey is just taking care of myself, coming into a place of more balance, so not being as intense or strict. And this season of working out and health is just maintaining and having fun and lifting heavier and really just I don't know, feeling present. Because when you're dieting and you're being strategic, you can sometimes lose the fun of why we enjoy moving our bodies.
Hmm. I 100% agree. Those are really, I like those.
Thank you.
Um, let's see. I trust for me is trusting
Yeah.
myself, and I think also like being in a relationship, I've been really having a mirror like put up to
Mm,
my face per
yep.
usual of the things that I had struggled with in the past with constantly, I'm not even going to say constantly needing affirmed, but also like I don't know how to explain it, like putting trust in that, in what I like, how am I'm trying to like put into words what we were talking about earlier.
There is a part of you that feels unsafe in things not being like affirmed directly,
Ah,
maybe.
yes. 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 It's like I need things so black and white in
You need
my
to hear
brain.
it.
Yes. And I think part of me needs to be okay with seeing all of the signs of, you could
Mhm.
say, success. And I think this also goes into like business too,
Mhm.
is where like Allie, I made a hard pivot to where I'm working with women 50 plus. That's big pivot. Like most of my
Mhm.
audience on Instagram is like, I don't know, 20s and 30s,
Mhm.
40s, you know? So 50 plus in my mind was like alienating people, but that's who I truly love to work with. And that's where my
Mhm.
message makes the most impact. So I think trusting that I'm reaching those women that need to hear that, and they're just waiting for me to say the right thing to really call them
Yeah.
forward. And because I don't have theoretically in the past, let's say 30 minutes, women knocking at my door, pounding to get in does not mean they're not coming, right?
Right.
So I think it's isn't it kind of funny I'm just making this connection, like being able to trust that me and eBay man and I are like, he is serious about me. And I know he doesn't
Mhm.
listen, so like I don't really care. But I was kind of worried because I,
Yeah.
talked last episode or whenever this one previous came out that he has a son. So like for me, it's like this isn't like casual dating, this is more serious dating.
Yeah.
And because he didn't say things that like, oh, we are serious, right?
Right.
Meanwhile, all the signs were there to where he does take it seriously. So I think it's very like interesting how seeing, oh, the signs are there, though the words have not been said. Same thing with business is that like trusting
Mhm.
the direction that I'm going in, it's a little bit scary, it's a little bit of a leap. People are
Yep.
probably falling off because they're like, I'm not 50, why am I going to listen to this? Meanwhile, the message still very much applies. Um,
The message applies. And it's so funny because we were talking about this yesterday. Like it is really vulnerable and scary for us to be talking to different audiences where people might be like, you don't know jack shit about things, right?
Mhm,
But if we look at why we are passionate and who we've impacted the most, I think that's where
mhm,
we have to remind ourselves like trusting that intuition. There's a reason we're both called for our specific places. And it's not because we're like, bank, that's where we're getting the jackpot, lucrative, like money. Like our brains are like, of course we have businesses. They need to thrive. They are thriving.
Sorry,
You know
that
what I
was
mean?
funny.
But we're called because there is a passion. There is gaps that we can fill.
Yeah.
And just like you ladies listening, there are places where you feel called to. There are things that you want to accomplish. You are scared. You're like, how am I going to make it happen? Well, who the fuck would we be if we were not actually pushing ourselves and trusting our guts and our intuition and showing up and doing things that felt scary and also then being human enough to talk about it? Like, who would we be? Who would we be? We'd be
Right.
like two losers. Like, you would guys would be like, why are we even listening to them? Like, we walk the
Yeah.
walk, we talk the talk, we do it all. We're here for it because like
Hmm.
we genuinely believe in the
Hmm.
things that we do. Like we're not on
Hmm.
here just being cheeky and spouting off for nothing. Like we believe it to our core.
And like I truly believe in the power of authenticity, not
Yes.
just to reach more people, right? But because like that's like I Abraham Hicks keeps saying something along the lines of like you're truly set free when you like
Oh,
are so good with being you, are
yeah.
so like fine with being you and other people may not like it. So excuse me, so fine with being you and it deters other people. And it's like the power, the freedom, like the shackles, like, and I
Mm,
love that. Like, I love from Inspired Delusions, I think it's Kama. She also loves when people are extremely authentic to themselves. So I
yeah.
find like, I'm like, oh, me too. But like, extremely
Yeah.
weird, extremely and weird. And I was talking to
Just
this
like
woman.
themselves, like your fucking weirdo
Yeah.
quirks. Like y'all know, like
Yeah.
I'm
And
the
weird,
biggest
weird.
weirdo in the game, and I like it's just who I am.
Yeah, and I think of that one clip with like Kendall Jenner. She's like, "I'm a nerd."
Oh yeah, okay, girl. To me, that feels inauthentic.
That was inauthentic for sure. I got the inauthentic vibe. But I just it's so much easier to be who you are than like
Mm-hmm.
try to be someone else. And so I think there's just more power in me coming into that in November and like
Yeah,
constantly like squeezing the towel of like how much more can I be like myself, but trusting my gut, trusting that I can make the best decision, trusting that the people are coming because I am really confident in what I talk about and I love to talk about that. Also just like I've been doing the Divorce Taught Me series on TikTok and
yeah.
your girl has been monetizing off of it, trusting that
Bitch,
I
we
know.
fucking love that. You guys go over. Okay, Maddie, she's clearly killing it with her TikTok. She's got the followers. She is monetizing, and I took inspiration from you, and I was like, well, this bitch can do it. I can do it, and
Exactly.
she is my inspiration of just do it. So go
Yeah.
watch the series. It's
There's like 53 parts maybe. There's
yes.
and I've said to Allie, I'm like, "I'm running out." She's like, "No, you
No,
aren't." And I
no,
was
you're not.
like, "Actually, I'm not." Because like I get like crazy comments and like also the number of women that have come to me saying like, "Oh my God, you put into words how I felt about
Mm,
things." Like, because I get so raw about things. Like, because
yeah.
I don't know. I just like really love when people are so raw and real. Like side tangent, I'm reading Green Lights right now, and if you have not read Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey, it's really good. It
Oh,
is
is that
very,
the
very
picture you sent me of that book last night?
yes, yes,
Oh, slay. Okay, I
yes.
was like, what book is this? And then I
That's okay. It's I find it so powerful how people can really reveal dark shit that's happened to
wow.
them. He
Yeah.
was there was just so many different things like was right word but that
Say
happened to him
essay. I'll have to
essay
cut
well
that. It's
yeah
okay.
sorry
It's okay.
essay when he was like 18 or 19 by a man like there
Oh,
were so many
Jesus.
yeah so many crazy and that's just like the power of and you just see how he has grown through all this and I was like I
Yeah.
just love when people can truly be raw and real and like human so like I've been going so deep and raw in that series so
Yeah.
go to my page there's a whole folder all of them are in there but I've been really enjoying that so sorry let me recap so trusting the intuition,
Yep.
trusting the money is coming, being just keep leaning into who I am, all those things. Health wise, I'm I don't know. I'm still working on I need to get a new PCP, like that kind of stuff. Like I would say maybe
Yeah.
that's like my health goal, just like getting set
Yeah.
up here because
Mhm.
it just takes time to find a doctor and, like them.
Yep.
Doing that. I am thinking, which I had talked about before, with doing a different style of programming that's more around like joint health and ligaments.
Yep.
And I've always had a wide but flared rib cage and just like a series of things that like I think obviously impact your everyday livings, but like I
Right.
think are causing all the issues I've had to happen. I'm like, if I just worked on that for a bit, like clicking shoulders and like I don't know if you ever have that. My shoulders like always click and pop. Yeah. So different things from gymnastics, but also from being hypermobile. So I
Yep.
think I might look into that for November. But I think really leaning into trust with my relationship, with health,
Mm.
or with I guess with that too, because I felt that inkling to do that.
Yeah.
And also other side tangent, really want to do a mini trip to New York City. So we're trying to make that happen
Yeah.
and see friend of show Maddie.
That's so funny. Yeah, no, so many good things are going to come out of this month because when we sit here and we be intentional, we're putting it out into the universe. So I always ask my clients this, we're asking you of this, like, what is your intention going into what a lot of people consider like the busiest time of year? Where can
Mhm.
you still show up for yourself? And go to into the show notes, go to the anonymous question link, and I want you to ask us your big health questions. How do we get through the holidays? What are easy protein sources? Like, this is anonymous. You don't need to feel any type of way. Ask us the questions because we want to be able to help you feel confident going through the holidays. It's a busy time. People are feeling stressed. You're traveling. There's a lot. But if you go into it with tools, you will feel so much more confident and so much more at ease, and
Mhm.
that you can start getting into the headspace of like feeling good and trusting yourself and all the shit that we're talking about. Like, you can feel that when you have a proper plan in place. So that is my call to action for the anonymous question box. And I think we've
Love.
said it all.
Yeah, this is the episode for the girls, like every
This
other one.
It was no, it was, let's say, our first of the months are always intentional with where we want to go. Because if you don't set the intention, if you don't create that roadmap, where are you going?
I don't know. I do not know. So, thank you guys so much for listening or watching Kinda Hot, Kinda Healthy. Please make sure to subscribe, give us a 5-star review, share this with your girlfriend who needs to lighten up at the beginning of her month. Maybe she's had
Mhm.
a bad October. Make her November the best November ever. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you can stream podcasts. Like Ali said, tap the link below. Ask us your questions about getting through the holidays. We are going to be covering that not next episode, the episode after. Bye.
Bye.